right now telling your story and be just as interesting. So thanks for listening to mine. I guess my story starts with my background. My parents were born in Iran, and they had to leave when the revolution happened. They lost everything, came to this country, and started their lives over with nothing really but what they had learned in their education. So I grew up with pretty much like a third party's perspective of being an American. I always heard, we're so lucky to be here, we're so lucky to be in the greatest country in the world, or, so lucky and you have so many opportunities. And I think I never really realized what they were talking about until I finally went to Iran. So I went there and just was overwhelmed by how kind everyone was and how everyone was so interested in what I was doing, and met my first cousins for the first time. This was like 2004. I think the elections were going on here. And it was interesting talking to them and sharing our dreams and our goals, and when they would say what they wanted to do, it just sounded hopeless, like it wasn't actually going to happen. And when I was talking about what I wanted to do, I was so confident that I actually could do what I wanted to do. I could help people, I could realize my own dreams. And then I came back here, and there was all this talk about elections going on, and people aren't turning out to vote, people are turning out. I'm like, what's going on? Like, how ironic. Like, across the world, people are dying to vote, dying to have a voice, and then here, people don't utilize their voice. Like, they don't take advantage of the fact that, you can have a real effect on your elected officials. You can have a real relationship with your elected officials. Elected officials are begging us to have meetings with them, begging us to vote, and people are dying for that opportunity. So I couldn't really reconcile that irony. So I took a real strong interest in trying to move forward with my high school career, undergraduate career, and dealing with that strange irony right there of people who don't have a voice and are dying for it, and people who have a voice but don't know how to use it. So I went into college, and like all of us saying, we just want to help people, looking for the biggest opportunity, the biggest impact again. I was really lucky. I got a research position in the Carr Center where Samantha Power was a professor at the time. Originally I was doing Iran human rights stuff, but then my professor started getting more involved in Darfur. And so I started doing research on Darfur, and got super, super frustrated. I was like, wow, like, I can't do this anymore. I can't be a part of just the learning. I have to be a part of the solution. So I started looking for how I could be a part of the solution. So she handed me Sam Power's book, which is our Bible. And there was a theory of change, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense. So I wanted to start getting involved, and I started talking to people. I said, where can I go? Where can I plug into to really bring this theory of change to realization? And I was like, oh, well, Gina was founded off of this theory of change. So I went to Gina with Stan's intern. I didn't actually know what Stan was, because at my school, our Stan chapter is called HDAG. So I didn't realize the connection at that point. So I started learning about Stan. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, these kids are so cool. Like, I want to be like them. And actually, like, Aaron Mazursky hired me. So Aaron Mazursky changed my life, actually. Yeah, so I started learning. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like, these kids are so educated. They're so involved. They're so active. Like, I want to be like that. And I was kicking myself. So, like, it's too late. There's no way I can, like, catch him and be this cool and be this involved. So I guess, yeah, it's never too late. So I started, getting involved. I helped with the first national conference, and then, lucky enough, I was asked to do regional conferences and then the national programming, and then now I'm here. And it's interesting. I've had a lot of interesting experiences, and a lot of people,